Hello, and welcome to We've Got Them Cakes. How y'all doing? Welcome back to That Butter's My Biscuit, where this week's recipe's got me nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Let's get started. Alright, so we are making cake this week. I am a little bit nervous because I've never made a cake that hasn't come in a box before, and I'm gonna hope that it doesn't fall in the oven and that everything's gonna be okay. So, the specific cake that we're making is a Genoise Sponge cake. This is a European cake, and it's only got 4 main ingredients: butter, egg, sugar, and flour. And rather than having a leavening agent like baking soda or baking powder or whatever is in the box cakes, this one uses whipped eggs. And it seems to be a really simple recipe as far as ingredients go, but maybe a little complex in execution. And so I've got a lot of steps, and I'm just gonna kind of go with it and hope for the best. And so yeah, let's start doing the things. So the first thing that we need to do is brown some butter, just 1 stick of butter. And so I'm going to turn the oven on and drop this guy in here. And while I'm doing that, I also need to heat some water because we have to warm our eggs before whipping them. So we're gonna do that too. Okay, I think we did it. I just gotta let the milk solids settle out. I need the butter, but not the solid pieces. Hopefully if any solid pieces come out, we can strain them off later. This butter is brown. There's milk solids in here though. Oh wow, that looks so strange. Okay. The water needs to be warm for the next step, but we can go ahead and mix the eggs, sugar, and salt. So I need 8 eggs. All right, so we just crack these and put them in the bowl. Ooh, let's see. That works. That was successful. Okay, we got the shell out. 8. Okay. All right, now I need a cup of sugar. Got my sugar. All right, have a measuring cup. That's basically a cup. And then it says we need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but we're just, all right, there we go. Right now we just mix this. No, we're not trying to fluff it yet. Okay, get the water off. This is hot. So this has to go in here, and then we whisk the eggs over it to warm them up. But we can't get them too hot or they'll turn into scrambled eggs, and that's bad. Because you just have sweet scrambled eggs. Oh, I can tell this is going to be horrible. These have to triple in size though. All right, hold on a second. Is this gonna be easier? I have to do this for 10 minutes. I'm so uncoordinated with this hand, but it gives my right hand a break. This is terrible. I'm getting bigger. I need a bigger bowl, actually. Okay, I grabbed a bigger bowl and dropped my whisk in the eggs. I mean, we're getting a lot of air in it, so that's nice. Oh my gosh. Oh. Alright, I think we're getting close. Because I'm doing this by hand, I'm erring on the side of I'm erring on the side of over whipping. Because I don't want the cakes to be flat. Because if they're flat, are they really cakes? Pancakes, I guess. I mean, look at that. That looks really good. I would never guess that this is made of eggs. Okay, I think that is good. So now is when we need to fold in our 1.5 cups of flour. I'm a little bit nervous about the flour step because this cake's rise is entirely dependent on air bubbles staying in the egg mixture. So I need to get this correct. You know what, instead of using that, I am going to use a 1/4 cup and just do 1/4 cup measurements all the way up to 1.5 cups. So I'm trying to be really gentle with the rest, and hopefully we're okay. I've got this big, I don't know, rubber spatula, and we're just gonna like I think this is what folding means. I'm just trying to be really gentle. Okay, I think we're ready for the other half. All right, same thing, just kind of. Okay, that takes care of the flour. Fold this in, and then we mix it with the butter, and then I think we're ready to bake. Okay, yeah, so the butter solid, I just poured some in. The butter solids that I don't want stayed behind, so we're supposed to take a cup of this. Most of it stayed in the cup. All right. I've got my small whisk. We take a cup of the batter and it says whisk it in the butter. Then we do that again. This looks real gross. Smells incredible though. That's pretty good. It says fold this, so I'm gonna try to like spread it out and fold it in. I'm getting overconfident at the end, and I can't do that. I have to be careful. All right, I'm scared I'm gonna overmix it. That's pretty close. We're mostly a consistent color. So now we just divide it between the two pans. So one thing I did do is prep these before I started. So there's parchment paper in the bottom of this, and it is parchment paper, and I do have 2 of them. So I'm just gonna pour this in here carefully. I can't cook without just making a horrendous mess. Okay, so this is one of those cake recipes where if you make a lot of noise or bang things, it will fall. So we're supposed to put this in the middle of the oven, and it needs to bake 30 minutes before you even check it. So we're gonna do that. Close softly. All right, the cakes are in the oven. I did a little bit of cleaning, and in the meantime, I wanted to make the syrup that we're gonna put in the cake. Okay, this looks really simple. How much do I need? Half a cup of water, 1/3 cup sugar. Okay, so I'm gonna double the recipe. That's a cup of water, and we need 2/3 cup sugar. The thing about Genoise sponge cakes is that they are stiff, like they really, that's a bad word for cake. They really hold their shape and don't get super crumbly. And so one of the things people do is they pour syrup just directly on them and they don't get soggy. And so we're gonna make some syrup to go with our cake. And since I completely forgot to put the vanilla extract in the cake, we're gonna put it in the syrup and hope that that's the same. Okay, so now we just put this on the oven, or put it, not on the oven, on the stove, and stir it until it becomes dissolved. And I think that's it. All right, I think we're to dissolve. So I'm gonna come over here. All right, and I've got my tablespoon of vanilla extract. Sweet, hopefully that's not gross. No, that tastes fine, that's fine. Ooh, real strong, but it's fine. Okay, so it's been just over 30 minutes. I think the cakes are done. They didn't fall, which is super exciting. So let's get these out of the oven. Oh yeah, look. Nice golden brown cake. Looks really good. Okay, those need to sit for 10 minutes. And while they are sitting, we can start making buttercream frosting. For the buttercream frosting, we need a cup of butter, which is 2 sticks. And buttercream frosting is apparently also like really simple to make, hopefully. All right, so the first thing that we need to do for buttercream frosting is whip, for whatever reason, the butter. And this is how it said to do it, but it's not working. I just want to whip the butter and get it nice and smooth. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm an engineer. You would think that I would like enjoy technology. Here I am, whipping butter with a wooden spoon. I wonder if I can use this. Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay, I'm gonna call that whipped because that looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna wait on mixing the powdered sugar in because I need to turn these cakes out in 2 minutes. So we're gonna do that next. So it seems like they didn't stick, which is good. but I think I got them a little overdone, which is not good. This one is worse. It's not so bad. It's not burnt, but it's definitely more done than it should be. But anyway, I'm gonna set this to the side and we're gonna keep making this frosting. Okay, next thing, powdered sugar. So I had exactly 3 cups of powdered sugar left. So I've already got that measured. So I'm just gonna dump it in and mix, and then dump some more in and mix. My left hand is slippery. I can't hold the bowl. I mean, this is kind of working. Okay, that looks mixed. Now we need 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Oh, this is real heavy. And now we need what is tablespoon, right? Yeah, a tablespoon of vanilla. Okay. Now we stir this and our frosting is done, and we are almost done for the day. All right, that looks really good. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna set this over here. I'm gonna make some stuff, and I don't need to clean yet because I'm about to make a bigger mess. These are mostly cool. I'm gonna try to flatten them. We don't have a bread knife. Will this work? We're gonna try this. Okay, so I need, oh my goodness. I assume it needs to be a serrated knife for a reason. So I just want to expose the center so that I can put the syrup in it. This is not correct. This is just me making do with what I have. Well, this is not ending up flat, but you know what? That's okay. All right, that looks really good. I'm going to try something. Okay, so sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. All the like overdone parts on the edge scraped right off, so that's wonderful. I'm gonna do that with this one. And then we'll assemble the cake. Okay, I got a fancy plate and we're gonna start assembling the cake. So, oh man, perfect size. So we do this, and then we are just supposed to like liberally spoon, oh goodness, oh maybe that works better, syrup onto this guy. So we want the interior to be full of the syrup, and we'll call that good. All right, and now, can I spread this with this? This feels incorrect. I'm gonna kind of just put it places and then we'll worry about even coating in a minute. All right, I think that looks really good. Frosting tastes incredible, but we're also gonna use some strawberries. This is working. It's probably not the knife that you're supposed to be doing this with either, so, you know, but that's the point. You don't need fancy stuff to make food. You just gotta make the food. And spread these out. Oh, I think I'm gonna need to cut up a few more for this layer. All right, cool. That layer is done. So let's pop this guy on here. I mean, that looks pretty good, I think. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to do just like a real light bit around the edges so that it's not like totally brown, you know? I kind of like the bits of crust too. Like there's like crumbs. I was gonna say crust powder. That's wrong. Crumbs kind of on the edges that come through the frosting I'm putting down. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. That'll work, right? And there we go. Okay, I think we just successfully made a cake. Oh my gosh. Okay, give me a couple minutes to like clean up and organize, and I'll be back. Okay, the kitchen is nowhere close to clean, but I got our counter cleaned off enough that I can show you this. So it looks fantastic. So if nothing else, I think today we proved that you don't need box cake. Box cake's irrelevant. We should never buy it again unless you're going to a party and you really don't like the person, in which case, you know, do what you got. But anyway, that's it. This was really fun. I did not expect this to work, but it did. It's like, wow, you can go on the internet and get a recipe and do what it says and you get a cake out of it. Same as always, if you have ideas of things you want me to try, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and I'll include pictures and let you guys know how it tastes, and I will see you all later. Alright, first bite attempt. Mmm. Okay, that's really good.